Hello again everyone and welcome back to the channel. I am back here again today with some more DVD and for the last time ever, Tombstone Myers. For anyone who doesn't know, the upcoming update will be having some major changes to Myers, and the one that hurts the most is the removal of the tombstone piece. I don't have a lot of time today, but I wanted to get at least 2 games in before he's gone forever. So there's really not much else to say but to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Luckily for me, I find my obsession right off the bat in a corner that will allow me to get some stock and to max out my play with my food stacks. I like to play Tombstone a little different, so I will hook and get people out of the game, so the rest of the survivors will think they are safe from an insta-kill. And that's fine losing that. The whole purpose of that is just to slow down the game some, because once I get one out with Tombstone, then it's over.
Stupid hook.
Alright, so what I do is to hook her, get her out of the game, and then wait for someone to come from the unhook and tombstone the healthy survivor that hasn't been hooked. Alright, so I didn't mean to do that, so what I'm going to do is just chase him, get a stack or two more, and as soon as the unhook happens, go back to the hook like I originally stated, and get the healthy survivor. Now, I was thinking of just keeping him on the ground and looking for the last survivor, but due to time constraints, I'm just gonna hook them and hope for the best. Sure enough, Tap dies on hook. The last survivor has the hatch spawned underneath their feet. Not really much you can do about that. So let's go ahead and get into the next one. They found that pretty fast, so I'm going to go ahead and check these back gens to make sure they're not being worked on. So I know they will eventually get this gen done, but I'm going to try to keep it up as long as I can. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to these gens. This is the best 3 gen I have, so I don't want to lose it. Alright, so this one is pretty far along, so what I want to do is kick it and push these guys out. However, I do now notice that there is in fact a better 3-gen over in this corner, which means they will eventually finish this one in the back, but I'm going to try to stall it as much as I can. Alright, this works out perfectly. I now know where everyone's at. There is 2 here and 1 on that back gen, which means no one is working on the gen that was far along. Which also means it should regress quite a bit. Alright, so almost max out your stock with this guy right here. Go back, kick this gen, and then make my way back to that far gen to make sure it still is regressing. Alright, that worked out perfectly. I was able to draw out my obsession, which now allows me to get my stacks of Play With Your Food while I watch these gens back here. Alright, so they did complete the gen like I thought they would. However, I can now get someone out of the game. And I'm going to try to corral the rest of these guys over to my 3-gen area, where I hope they'll throw the remaining pallets, making this a dead zone for endgame. Alright, don't want to travel too far out of the way as he wants to lead me away, so I'm going to let him go and go back to where my 3-gen is and get that guy out of the game next. Alright, so since nothing's being worked on, that just confirms that that far gen over there is being worked on. So now I can just play around with this guy in hopes that he's going to throw the remaining pallets over here. Alright, so he did go away from where I wanted him to go, so what I need to do is get behind him and force him to go back to the 3-gen area. And that will do it for this one. I know in my first match I didn't worry about the 4K, but since it is my last match ever as Tombstone Myers, I had to go for it. Even though they are getting rid of my favorite version of Myers, he is in desperate need of a rework, and he does seem like he will be a lot better. So, I say my final farewell to Tombstone Myers. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Alright, y'all take it easy.